make on your big piece of paper, I want you to make an Australian animal that's as big as your paper.
Okay.
I made a turtle. It just has to be the outline. You don't need any details on it, okay?
So just draw the.
If you guys, while you're doing your outline, look behind me. I think everybody knows what the animal right behind me is. What is that animal?
A kangaroo.
A kangaroo, or in Australia, they also have little kangaroos that are called wallabies.
Wallabies, they're so cute.
What's this animal up here in the tree?
Koala.
A koala. That's right. I can't move too much or my room will go away. Look, it's like magic. Okay, what's this animal down here in the black? Say that again, Quinn. I couldn't hear you.
Bird.
Is that
What kind of bird? Anybody?
Kookaburra.
Is it a kookaburra?
It is a kookaburra.
I know a lot about Australia.
Okay, what is way up here in the top?
Maybe a braid. It's a Dutch
That
braid.
doesn't have anything to do with the subject. So
What is way up here in the top? Anybody know?
Hi, Mom.
what is it, Drew?
A shark.
Not quite. This one is a Tasmanian devil. Tasmanian devil. And he's really little. I always thought they were big, but Tasmanian devils are little. And then right under the Tasmanian devil is
A shark.
the great white shark. And right down below the shark is a
Glowfish.
jellyfish. And in Australia, they have special kinds of jellyfish. I couldn't find a picture of one, but they look like a box. They're called box jellyfish. All right. So I'm going to make my picture full again. And Isabella and Cambry and Valentina, did you get your pictures done? Why don't you hold them up and let us see what you drew? All right, Valentina, it looks like you did a turtle. Okay. What did Isabella, what did you make? Let me see.
I made
Perfect. Cambry, what did you make?
She didn't make hers yet.
You didn't make yours yet? Okay. Well, you can keep working on it for a second, but we're going to go ahead and get started.
You muted yourself.
All right, can you hear me now? All right, we're going to get started with an adventure to Australia. So everybody sit up nice and tall. Bring your arms out to the side. Wiggle your fingers a little bit. Get your wrists warmed up, so make some circles with your wrists. And then go the other way. And then hold them straight out. And point your fingers really tight, straight. And lift your fingers up. And drop your fingers down. And lift your fingers up. And drop your fingers down. And then bring your hands right together at your heart and push as hard as you can. Keep pushing, 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 keep pushing. I'm going to move this chair so I don't hit it. Keep pushing, pushing, pushing. And then see if you can turn your hands all the way down to point towards the floor. And then see if you can point them all the way around to point to your heart. And back to the floor. And back to your heart. Nice. Now bring your hands behind you. Lift lift your feet up and make some circles with your toes. See if you can point and make circles. Point and flex, big circles. And then go the other way. Circles with your toes. And then stop in the middle and point them towards your nose. And point them towards the floor. And point them towards your nose. And point them towards the floor. And lift them way up high. Give yourselves a big hug. Take 3 little rock and rolls. And come all the way up to standing. All right. And we're going to warm up with the Kookaburra song. So we're going to do some poses to the song. I'll start it in just a minute, but let's practice the poses that we're going to do. So when we hear them singing about Kookaburra, we're going to be in our Kookaburra pose. He's the king of the jungle, so make a crown over your head. And then he's going to be in a gum tree, so be in a tree. Awesome. And then he's going to pick some gumdrops from the tree. So come down in your frog pose and reach up really high and pick some gumdrops. All right. And then he's going to meet some monkeys. So come here and we'll be a monkey. All right. Everybody ready to give the song a try? Let's see if I can make it work. All right, legs apart. Here we go. Sway side to side. And you can even come up on one foot.
Kookaburra sits in the old gum tree. Mary, king of the
Be a tree.
sea.
Be a kookaburra.
Kookaburra, sing your song for me.
Come in your squat.
In the old gum tree.
Reach for some gumdrops. Get some yellow ones. Get some orange ones. Get some red ones. Be kookaburra. Be a tree. Now be a monkey.
Kookaburra, wait. Kookaburra, they look funny to me.
Big circles. Other way. And up and bring your arms side to side.
Kookaburra, sit
Be
in
a
the
kookaburra.
old tree. Mary,
Be a tree.
Kookaburra, sing. Kookaburra,
Go side to side.
for me. Kookaburra sits in the old
Be a
gum
kookaburra.
tree, eating all that gumdrops he can see.
Get some gumdrops.
Kookaburra, no. Kookaburra, share.
Reach up. What color are you getting?
Kookaburra sits in the
Kookaburra.
old tree, watching
Be in the
all
tree.
monkeys he can see.
Be a monkey.
Kookaburra, wait. Kookaburra, they look funny.
Big circles. And the other way. And side to side.
Good day, kids.
Awesome.
Thanks so much.
Nice job. All right, we're going to do some animal poses from Australia. And they have a kind of dog in Australia that's called a dingo. And he's kind of a skinny looking wolf. So let's be a dingo. Come up on your hands and knees. And come into your dog pose. And they run really, really fast. So let me see you run really, really fast. And then stop and come forward and let me hear you howl. Oh! into your down dog. Let me see you run really, really fast. And come all the way forward and howl like a wolf. Oh! Last time, come into your down dog. And this time be a baby dingo, so come down on your hands. And let me hear some little yips. Yip, 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 yip. Nice. So that's a dingo. A dingo is a kind of Australian dog. Now, we all saw koalas in my picture, so let's be a koala in a tree. So come up. If you did your tree right here during the song, maybe you can move your foot up a little bit higher. And be a koala, hugging the tree. So hook your fingers together like you're holding onto the tree. And then see if you can slowly raise them up without falling over. Awesome, and shake it out. And let's try the other side. All right, whatever you did on the first side, if you brought your leg up a little bit higher, see if you can bring it up a little bit higher. Hug that tree. Hook your fingers together. And slowly, slowly, slowly lift them all the way up. See if you can hold it, hold it, hold it. Don't fall over. Be a really strong tree. And let it go. Nice. All right. So dingoes and koalas who live in trees, but Australia has lots of flatlands, lots of plains and lots of desert. And out in the plains lives the wallaby or the kangaroo. So everybody come and sit down in your kangaroo pose, like you're sitting in a chair. Get your little kangaroo arms out. And let's see 3 kangaroo hops. 1, 2, 3. And bring your arms behind you, fold all the way over, wave your fingers at the ceiling. And come back into your kangaroo pose. 3 more hops, are you ready? 1, 2, make it your best hop. Bring your arms all the way back up, wave your fingers at the ceiling. Shake your head, yes and no. And squat all the way down. Awesome. So dingoes, koalas, kangaroos or wallabies, and then we have the kookaburra, which is a kind of bird. So let's come up on our toes. See if you can balance. And bring your arms up and down like big wings and take a breath in. And when you blow it out, be a kookaburra. Let me hear you laugh. And deep breath in and laugh. And one more deep breath in. I'm going to show you, I'm going to let you listen to the sound of a kookaburra a little bit later, and it really does sound like they're laughing. That's how they got their name. All right, so let's see, who has a good memory? Raise your hand if you have a good memory. I saw Isabella's hand. Okay, Isabella, tell me what animal, whoops, I'm having trouble unmuting you. Valentina, you might have to unmute. Oh. Okay, Isabella, tell us what animals we've already talked about. You might have to come closer to the computer because I can't hear you.
Okay,
The koala, yep. What else?
dog that almost looks like a wolf.
Right, the dingo. What else?
Kangaroo.
Kangaroo. And then the one we just did was, what kind of bird? Anybody at the Anthony household remember? Valentina?
Oh.
Cambry? The kookaburra. It was the kookaburra, the laughing bird. Nice job. All right. So the one that was way up in the corner that's little tiny but has really big teeth is called a Tasmanian devil. So for a Tasmanian devil, we're going to do our lion's roar. Are you ready? So come on your hands and knees. Sit all the way back, take a deep breath in, and come all the way forward and roar like a lion. And 2 more times, all the way back, deep breath in, come all the way forward, roar like a lion. Last one, make it your best Tasmanian devil roar. Come all the way back. Take a deep breath in. Come all the way forward and roar really, really loud. Awesome. If you ever see a cartoon of the Tasmanian devil, he spins around really, really fast. So Tasmanian devils are super fast and they have really, really sharp teeth. All right. Well, they also have a couple other animals that Australia is famous for. And one of them is a tunnel spider, a funnel spider. And they make webs that look like tunnels that they hide in. So everybody come up, bring your legs out to the side, squat way, way low, bring your arms under your legs, and make some spider fingers, like you're shooting out webs. And come on up, give your legs a break. And for our little people here, we're gonna sing the Itsy Bitsy Spider song. Are you ready? All right, everybody knows the words, right? Okay, get your spiders ready. Get down really low. Here we go. The itsy bitsy spider went up the water spout. Down came the rain and washed the spider out. Out came the sun and dried up all the rain. So the itsy bitsy spider went up the spout again. Yay, good job. All right, so funnel spiders. And then they have 2 sea animals that they're really famous for. And one of them is a jellyfish, a box jellyfish. So everybody make a box with your body so your back is nice and flat. You might have to put your hands on your legs. Your legs are nice and straight. And then turn your arms into jellyfish. So you can shake them, shake them, shake them, shake them, shake them. And then put them back on your legs, make your back nice and straight and long. And then shake your hands again, just like a jellyfish. And now let your whole body be a jellyfish. Awesome. Come down, all the way down to the ground. Right down on your belly. And the other animal that's over in that picture is a great white shark. They have lots. Australia is an island, so it's in the water, surrounded by water. So we're going to be a shark. We're going to be 2 different kinds of sharks. So the first shark, I want you to bring your hands all the way behind you and see if you can grab your fingers. And then blow out all your air. And lift your feet and hands up and see if you can swim. This is kind of like our back fin. Can even make your fin go up and down maybe. And come all the way down. And then this time, bring your hands all the way out in front of you. Still laying on your belly. And see if you can bend your shark fin up over your head. You can leave your forehead on the mat for a minute. Blow out all your air and then lift. Lift your head, lift your arms, lift your legs. Kick your legs. And drop on down. All right. So those are some of the most famous animals that are in Australia. But Australia is known for lots of other things too. So we're going to look at some landmarks that Australia is famous for. All right. So down here on the bottom is a huge bridge that is in Sydney, which is one of the biggest towns in Australia. So everybody come and lay down on your back. Plant your feet really close to your bum. Maybe your fingers can even touch. And then lift your hips up off the ground into a bridge, just like the Sydney Harbor Bridge. And come on down. Hug your knees into your chest. Put your feet back on the floor. Lift up again. This time, see if you can lift one leg and put it down. That's really hard. And then see if you can lift the other leg and put it down. And come all the way down. Hug your knees into your chest. And this time, if you want to do a wheel, you can, or you can do one more bridge. Remember, if you're doing a wheel, your hands are by your ears, and you push straight up into the sky. Or you can just do a bridge. This time, you can try your bridge with your arms over your head. And come on down. I see some wheels. I see some awesome bridges. And when you're done, hug your knees into your chest and rock side to side. So the other picture up there is called Larulu Rock. And it's called that by the people that first lived in Australia, the Aborigines. So we're going to do candlestick pose for that big rock that sticks up right out of the dirt. So bring your feet up straight high. And then rock all the way up. Put your hands on your low back. See if you can point your toes up at the ceiling. Just keep looking at your toes. Maybe your legs want to go back and forth. Maybe they want to go for a bike ride. Maybe they want to go side to side. Just watch your neighbor. Or maybe they just want to stay right here. You decide which one you like best. And then take a couple little rock and rolls, and we're going to come up into our candlestick one more time. On your third rock and roll, come all the way back up into your candlestick. Point those feet up at the ceiling. Nice. Maybe you want to pretend like your feet are walking on the ceiling and point and flex your toes. And then bring your feet all the way over your head. See if you can get them really close to the floor. And roll all the way down. And the last landmark that is in our picture is the Great Barrier Reef. And people come from all over the world to go scuba diving there. So we're going to pretend that we're scuba divers. All right? So come and lay on your belly. And bring your hands right by your side. And tuck your toes. And lift up really high into a nice strong plank. Drop your knees down and see if you can touch your nose to the ground and come all the way through up into swimmer's pose. And then hands underneath you. Let's try that one more time. Tuck your toes. Push all the way up nice and high. Get your booties down so that you're nice and straight. Drop your knees, be a little inchworm. Bring your nose all the way down to the ground. Slide forward and come into swimmer's pose. Nice. All right. Whew. Well, that was pretty cool. Those are a lot of different places that we can visit when we're in Australia. So come sit crisscross. Actually, let's sit in butterfly pose. Bring your feet together. You can take your fingers and hold your toes. Or you can put your fingers between your toes. Anybody like to do that? Anybody like to put their fingers between their toes? Stretch out your feet a little bit. And then give your feet a little massage, give them a little rub, because they deserve some love. And then bring your hands behind you and lift your legs out really wide. And over to one toe, and over to the middle, and over to the other toe. And big loop over. Back to the middle, back to the other side, all the way up. Now switch directions one more time. Over to that first toe, back to the middle, over to the second toe, and all the way up. And then hug your knees into your chest. And slowly, 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 as slow as you can, roll all the way down. Really, really slow. Don't let your back touch yet. Use those tummy muscles. Really, really slow. Maybe your middle back is touching. And then take a big stretch. And just rest here on the mat for a minute while I read you a story about the kookaburra. And this is an old African legend. So see if in your mind, if you can imagine what I'm saying in the story. It's called Goo-Goo-Roo Gaga, the kookaburra. Long ago in Dreamtime, when the animals were first on the earth, they were a lot bigger than they are today. This was a time when there was no sun and only a moon and stars. One day, Dinwan, the emu, and Bulga, the beautiful dancing bird, were out on a large plain arguing and fighting. Bulga was so angry that she ran over to the nest of her friend, the emu, and grabbed one of her large eggs. And she threw it on the ground as hard as she could. And it landed in a heap of firewood, breaking and spilling the yellow yolk, and then it burst into flames. This lit up the whole world below. And in astonishment, all the creatures that had been in darkness most of their lives were dazzled by the brightness. A good spirit who lived in the sky saw how beautiful the earth looked, and it was lit up when it was lit up by this blaze. And he thought, what a good thing to make a fire every day, which is what he has done every since. All night, the good spirit and his helpers collect wood and stack it up. And when the stack is nearly big enough, the good spirit sends out the morning star to let them know on earth that the fire will be lit soon. However, the spirits found that sending out the morning star was not enough because those who were sleeping didn't see it. The spirits decided they must have a noise made at the dawn of each new day to announce the arrival of the sun, which would wake the sleepers. But what noise? Then one day the spirits heard the laughter of Guguraga, the kookaburra, ringing through the air. This was the noise the spirits were looking for. They asked Guguraga that as the morning star faded and the dawn sun came, if he would laugh his loudest laugh each morning to wake the sleepers before sunrise. And Guguraga has done this every morning, starting each day with laughter. So gently take a big stretch and come all the way up to sitting. And bring your hands right here to your heart. And you can hear the sound of Kookaburra in the background. What do you think of his laugh? That's pretty cool, huh? So let's hear his laugh one more time. So bring your arms out here. Take a deep breath in. And bring them right to your heart. Maybe even laugh. And one more deep breath in. Let out your best laugh. And end with namaste. All right. Valentina, will you hold up your picture that the mail lady made for you? I'm going to see if I can make your video big so everybody can see them. Can everybody see those beautiful pictures? They remind me so much of Aboriginal art, which is what we're going to do for the next couple of minutes. Thank you, Valentina. So if you look in the background, there are some pictures of some art. Let me make my screen bigger so that you can see it there better. Okay, so there are some pictures of Aboriginal art, and the Aborigines were the very first people that lived in Australia. Down here on the very bottom is some pictures of some didgeridoos, and they're an instrument that they still play today. It has a long, low sound, almost like a pipe. But you see the artwork has lots of dots on it, like the ones that Valentina just showed you. So take your sketch and fill it with some dots. And we may not have time to finish, but let's see how far we can get in just a few minutes, okay? So you might want some, but you can use whatever colors you would like or you have and make some dots. Make some dots in your drawing. And you've got your big Australian animal, now you're putting some dots inside of him to make him look like some Aboriginal art. And this might be has something you have to finish later and you can send me a picture of, but let's take a few minutes to see how far we can get. And while you're working, I'm going to share my screen with you because I have a really cool project that you can do. It's the project is on on my website. You can go and download it. It is this craft right here. You can make a really cool didgeridoo. Okay? And all you need is paper. Okay? So all you need is paper. So here is the directions, and they have some really cool designs that you can cut out or color. So you can get those off of our website. And you can also make that a little bit later if you want, okay? But the link is on today's event on the OMTASTIC website. If you want to make, you guys are excellent artists. All right, so you guys can finish those. If you want, you can send me some pictures. I'll put them on our Facebook page if you send me your finished pictures so everybody can enjoy your artwork. And remember, you can go and make a didgeridoo. I'd love to see your pictures of your didgeridoos too. All right. Well, that's all for yoga today. You guys did a nice job.